event. Go to our man, Jeff Hobbs.
Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome to the cage, Tyler Jones.
Tyler Jones, the prodigy. The 19-year-old stands 6'3". We've seen him fight in the Knoxville area as a junior, dominant in kickboxing. A lot of his kickboxing numbers is as a junior. 11-1-1 in kickboxing. But man, he has been tremendous, and he is such a talent. Tyler Jones, 4-0-1. We'll start with him. Taurus, tell us what you think of this kid.
Man, this kid is phenomenal, man. He is the future. This man, Tyler Jones, is an incredible talent. 4-0, like you say, but man, he's been fighting way before this. Man, he is truly a prodigy. And man, his dad is known, well known around the area, big time. But man, his son is the truth, man. He's gonna beat some really tough talent. Tyler Jones has beaten some incredible talent, and I'm ready to see him, man. I'm ready to see this fight. This fight is worth it, man. This is worth the co-main event.
Yeah, his dad, a decorated kickboxer, big-time BA. And then, of course, he spars with his dad. He said he spars with his dad year-round, and that a lot of times the fights aren't half as exciting as his sparring with his dad, where they go after it. Take a look at the tail of the tape. Tyler Jones, 2 years younger than Taylor Rodrigue. Jones 3 inches taller, the weight virtually identical, and then Tyler Jones, fewer fights in terms of amateur in Muay Thai. But if you add the kickboxing background of Tyler Jones and how long he's been doing it, the experience is probably a wash, despite the age of Tyler Jones is 19 years old. Back to Jeff.
And now, welcome to the cage, his opponent, Taylor Rodrigue.
So Taylor Rodrigue, Bond Muay Thai in Greenville, South Carolina, 8-3. He, like Tyler Jones, with 3 KOs in his career. So what do you think about the opposition for Tyler Jones, Taurus?
Man, this guy, Taylor Rodrigue, man, he is a beast. The times I've seen him fight here in Knoxville, man, I mean, he has actually just absolutely been killing.
Hurting people.
It's not been, woo! So he's coming out of that tough camp out of Band Muay Thai, man. We saw a guy on Band Muay Thai fight earlier today out of Cal Pacini. So it's good to have his teammate. Second time we've seen this, walk out with no music. That's the way they like it. Hey, when it's working, don't fix it, baby. So I'm excited for this matchup, and let's bring this thing on go.
Yeah, we saw with his teammate Kyle Pacini, who got a win in Muay Thai earlier tonight over Larry Thorpe. He was really impressive. And working with guys like Hannah Hendon, Kingston Clem, Mark Clem, all at that camp in Greenville, South Carolina. Boy, Tyler Jones, you take a look at the tail of the tape, man. Tyler Jones, this kid, his only blemish, if you could call it that, is a no contest. That was against Justin Jamar, who beat Will Barrett, who's very, very tough. This has the potential of going 5 rounds. It is 5 2-minute rounds. So the prodigy, his toughest competition against Taylor Rodrigue.
Tim Boy,
if you're Rodrigue, you see this guy with all the height. He's 19 years old. If you can get a victory over him, that's something that can really make your career earlier in getting you some big-time recognition. Oh, by the way, you're also winning a strap as well, which is on the line tonight. It's the first ever Aries Fight Series Super Muay Thai title that is up for grabs. Super lightweight division. It was presented by KJO Nutrition, 160 pounds with these two. And we got a little discussion maybe with a corner.
The reason why I think so, if you look at the attire of Taylor Rodrigue, he's wearing elbow pads. Obviously, elbows are not allowed in amateur, but I think as well he is not wearing shin guards. and they're trying to ask them, do you want to do this
Ladies
fight?
and gentlemen,
with no
please
shin?
just bear with us while we work through an equipment issue. Please bear with us.
So there will be no shin guards in this matchup. This will be some, yes, Tyler they asked the corner. They usually do this the day of wins. They ask each fighter, which attire would you like? Would you like shin guard? Do you not want shin guards? It looks like we had a miscommunication on whether or not to wear shin guards, but Tyler Jones said, regardless shin guards or not, I'm still going to fight, and look like we are going to see that.
So it's interesting. I mean, that could go two ways. You could either have Tyler Jones take off his shin guards, which is what just happened, or have Rodrigue
put some on. That's right.
And who knows? Maybe he said, I don't have any, and they can go that route.
And that usually defers. Most of the time, that becomes a discussion that you want to handle before a fight, because, like, the things we're running into right now, that's the reason why you want to make sure this is handled. I think there was some miscommunication on both ends.
So my question would be, is how accustomed is Tyler Jones to doing Muay Thai without shin guards?
From my recollection, I think this will be his first ever fight without shin guards. If you know about training a lot, man, we hard knock shins for so long. We condition them so much, even with us wearing still shin guards. So I think he's prepared. I don't think he's too worried.
But even in training, you're wearing them, right?
Yes, you are wearing them. You are wearing them. Yes, but when you kick a heavy bag, you're not.
Right.
Yes, I'm not going to be honest with you. A body, the bare shin of a human body is not the same as a heavy bag. So this could come into effect. I think they're asking about the elbow pass now. Tyler Jones said he don't care, it looks like.
Well, very unfortunate the communication.
He said no elbow pass.
Yeah, and look, I don't know what was agreed to, but Tyler Jones has already made a sacrifice and a change.
Yes.
I think it might be fair to have Rodrigue take his elbow pads off so we can be even in some form or fashion.
100%.
And another unfortunate part of this is that I think this is taking some of the steam off of the energy we had in here, and probably frustrating some of the fans in here. Now, I think these two guys are going to deliver the entertainment once we get going, but just an unfortunate and probably unnecessary delay.
Yeah.
So still to come after this co-main event, whenever we get going, will be another one that's going to be a banger, and it's going to be for gold as well, as the light heavyweight championship will be decided tonight. And that light heavyweight bout at 205, title bout between Zane Burton and Tristan Scarborough. And that will follow this one, which is our co-main event for the Aries Muay Thai Super Lightweight Championship. And I want to remind you that Action 24/7 is the only sportsbook made by Tennesseans for Tennesseans. You download the app and start winning today. This is the free play portion of this amateur card. So in future cards with pro bouts, like Torres is making fight night. Greg Hopkins will be on it, but that making fight night coming up in 2 weeks, February 19th on SpectationSports.com. You can bet on the pro bouts there. You can bet on all the UFC, Bellator, and all the main the national MMA organizations. All you do is you make your first deposit using the promo code Aries, and Action 24/7 will double your deposit up to $400. So download that app and start winning today. Action 24/7. I want to thank them for being a part of Aries Fight Series. So
Action247.com is your Tennessee sportsbook for same-day pay. Action247.com. Local, legal. Tennessee's home for same-day pay. Action 24/7. You got action.
So we have not seen any movement from Taylor Rodrigue to take off his elbow pads. In the meantime, Tyler Jones is in the cage. And Taylor Rodrigue has stayed there, just kind of chilling in the inspection zone. Samantha, what do you make of all this?
I think it's kind of crazy. Like he said, that everything should be a discussion before the fight, and it should all be settled before we get in this ring.
So then you wonder, from a psychological advantage, once we get going, does that impact one or the other? Out of frustration, out of comfort, does one guy end up fighting emotional based on being out of your comfort zone? These guys also have had their prep leading up to this. Now you're kind of standing around.
It looks like he's putting some elbow pads on.
Wow, how about that? So now Tyler Jones making the sacrifice there as well. And in order to put the elbow pads on, they're going to have to take off his gloves now. Goodness.
They have to take off the tape,
Yeah.
re-tape. As fighters, you know, we train
Wow. So
mentally. So, like, we try to prepare ourselves for everything. So I guess it depends on the fighter if this causes any emotional or frustration.
Tyler Jones, man, he's some kind of terrific fighter. He is much more mature than his age. Not sure if he's had to deal with this kind of adversity before, but man, I'm guessing that he's going to have a nice chip on his shoulder once this gets going, because it looks like he is the one that sacrificed both the shin pads and putting on the elbow pads.
He just wants to fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now after just listening to what their conversation, elbows will now be allowed in this Muay Thai bout.
Wow.
And this is amateur. You know, elbows not allowed, but now we're going full Muay Thai. You got no shin guards. You got elbows allowed. It's the full go.
But if that's not allowed in amateur, how can they just decide that?
I don't know. I mean, now that's something that you go over in rules meeting the day of weigh-ins to make that sure. Then we have a rules meeting the day of.
Right.
We have a rules meeting earlier today before the fight start, and you go over what is allowed, what is not allowed.
But there's still parameters between amateur and pros. Like in MMA, you can't throw elbows.
You cannot.
So you can't just decide, hey, I think this amateur fight we're going to throw elbows. You cool with that?
I don't understand. I don't understand this either.
We're going to have to do some investigation here.
Yeah, I've always known that elbows are not allowed in amateur fights, but it might be a little different in Muay Thai fighting, but we're going to see something different. He put the elbow pads on. They said, look, no shin guards, elbows. We're doing full Muay Thai here today, boys.
The art of the 8 limbs.
So then the question is how accustomed is Tyler Jones to elbow pads? Whose elbow pads are they? Do they not fit well? It's very interesting in how this fight has changed. And then much like his teammate Kyle Pacini, we're going to see Taylor Rodrigue make his way around the entire cage, feel it out, and have the same process. Let's go to Jeff.
Ladies and gentlemen, this next bout of the evening is sponsored by KGO Nutrition. It is in the advanced Muay Thai rules.
Advanced
And
Muay
it is
Thai
for the
rules.
super lightweight Muay Thai Aries Championship.
Advanced Muay Thai rules, they just called it. Here we go.
Your first fighter, fighting out of the Allure Properties blue corner. He weighed in at 161.6 pounds. He has a record of 4 wins with no losses. He's representing United Karate Studios out of Dalton, Georgia. This is Tyler Jones. And his opponent, fighting out of the Knoxville Mortgage Brokers red corner. He weighed in at 161.4 pounds. He has a record of 8 wins with 3 losses. He represents Bond Muay Thai out of Greenville, South Carolina.
So is
This
this official
is
that
Taylor
they're
Rodrigue. This championship fight is scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds.
All right, I've been told that, yes, elbow strikes are legal in this bout. Very interesting. All right, Tyler Jones in the black trunks, Taylor Rodrigue in the gray and red trunks. He's still going through his pre-fight routine. This is a super lightweight Muay Thai bout, advanced Muay Thai rules, elbows are allowed. KGO Nutrition is our sponsor for our co-main event for the vacant and first ever Aries Fight Series Muay Thai Super Lightweight Championship at 160 pounds. Tyler Jones weighed in at 161.6, Taylor Rodrigue at 161.4. And Rodrigue still getting the final
Rodrigue,
of his gear.
Let's meet in the middle. We waited long enough. Let's get it on.
Caleb Miller, our referee. Boy, Tyler Jones, man, he's been in the cage at least 10 minutes, and he continues to wait on Rodrigue.
Fight clean, protect yourself at all times. This is 5 rounds of the super lightweight Muay Thai fight. If you want to touch gloves, do so now. If not, come out ready to go. Let's get it.
Cotton
Wow.
Eye Joe, this
We've been
is
waiting
your
so long to get this one underway.
of the evening.
And we are ready. World famous Cotton Eye Joe. 5 2-minute rounds. Championship on the line in Aries Fight Series in Muay Thai. They're going to touch gloves, and here we go. And it's Tyler Jones.
In the clinch. Oh, take that.
Oh, man. Tyler put him on his back, baby.
And then stared over him.
It's like, oh, man. So I think
Punching in the pocket.
starting to see some of the, oh, man. Oh, elbow. Oh,
Elbow.
Oh, man.
Tyler.
Oh, that's you just. I mean, Vince just made a good point, man. How much would the elbows come into play? You know, with Tyler Jones, probably this will be his first time fighting in that setting in a live event like this.
Knees by Tyler in the clinch. Oh, on the back again.
Keep doing it. It's going to wear and tear on his body. It will add up. Oh, good elbow there. Good elbow there.
Man, you can tell
Knee by Rodrigue.
Taylor wants to keep this in a clinch and close distance.
Knees by Rodrigue.
Oh, good uppercut there from Jones. Oh, good. Good knee again from. Oh, good left hook.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh.
There's that distance that Tyler wants.
This Taylor guy. Let me see. So the thing that we saw early on with Cal Pacini, they are big in the clinch. They love the clinch, and when they're inside of the clinch, they like to be active. If Tyler Jones can try to do
Knees by
everything he
Rodrigue.
can to keep Taylor from this clinch. Oh, those
Nasty
knees.
knees by Rodrigue.
Those knees, man. Oh my goodness. This is gonna be some dirty boxing type fighting right here, boy. Tyler Jones got a really that knee right there. Oh, good elbow again. Good elbow there from
Rodrigue.
oh the knees to the body, man, from Taylor.
Knees by Rodrigue.
We can hear some of these shots, man. They're lethal. Oh,
man.
another good elbow.
Good
Tyler
elbow.
Jones.
Jones wants that distance. He has not been able to get it. Final seconds of round number 1.
Oh, good spinning back kick.
And that's the end of the first round, scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds. So how much of that was an adjustment for Tyler Jones? How much of that is just the ability of Taylor Rodrigue? Take us through this replay here.
So oh man, good takedowns there from Jones. Hey, you ready for MMA, but dude, I'm looking at this, man, and you're right. I mean, Vince, this probably shocked Tyler's system a little bit. You know, elbows being allowed because this clinch work now. Obviously, those knees to the body is beneficial, but now those elbows. Those short elbows inside of the clinch is starting going to be affecting on Tyler. Tyler got to find a way to stop getting inside of the clinch with Taylor. If he can find a way to keep him at distance, start keeping him longer kicks, things to say, hey, I got to keep you at distance. Now, once I get you at distance, I dominate you in the pocket. It's going to be an interesting adjustment to see what his corner tells Tyler Jones.
How would you score that first round, Samantha?
I will.
Would you give that to Samantha?
Rodrigue.
I will say yes, the first round goes to Taylor Rodriguez.
Rodrigue with Boston on the front of his trunks. Tyler Jones in the black trunks. Two bulls ready to take off after each other. Round number 2. And right back to the clinch. So again, Rodrigue getting the space he wants. Caleb Miller separates him. Well, it just, the elbow pad just
Good
changes.
shots by Tyler.
It changes everything.
It does, because that's Rodrigue's game. That's what he wants. And
Yeah.
Jones wasn't planning on that.
No, he wasn't planning on that. No, I 100% agree with you. It just changing the game, but I mean, Taylor Rodriguez is doing. Oh, good left hook there from Jones.
There's some
Combinations with Tyler.
A good combination there from Jones again, and I like the work of Caleb Miller right here, man.
Ooh,
He's
body
like,
shot by
we're not
Tyler.
going to sit here and just be in this clinch. You got to be active in the clinch, or I'm going to separate you. Really good.
Yeah, and you're right. I think that could be to Tyler Jones' advantage.
Oh, wow. That spinning back
Left
kick.
hook by Tyler.
Man, what a spinning back kick there from Tyler.
Jones having a much better second round here early on.
Good knee to the body there from Taylor. Oh, good elbow. Oh, those elbows.
Ooh.
Oh, they're starting to add up. Good body kick there from Taylor. Here now, this is where Tyler wants it to be. He wants it to be outside in the range. A clinch again. Oh, you got to get out. We got to fight, baby. Oh, almost
on
to
the
the head.
Another spinning back kick.
Wow.
He's really good with those spinning back kicks. Another knee to the body. They're starting to add up. Oh, good elbow again.
Another quick break.
People got to understand, these clinches can really affect the cardio of you.
That's the distance, and it's closed up.
Good body shot there from Jones. Oh, he tried to go for uppercut.
Oh, another spinning
Oh,
back
he dropped him! He dropped him! He dropped him! Oh, boy. You got to make the count. 6. Oh, here we go. 7. He got to stand up. 8. He's won fights with this spinning big kick before.
Over.
And Tyler Jones is the Aries Muay Thai champion. Oh, man. Oh, man.
Tyler Jones, still undefeated, overcame the adversity of the fight changing. The 19-year-old, a champion in Aries Fight Series. He is your super lightweight champion. My goodness.
Stopping him with a spinning back kick.
Wow. Unbelievable
incredible.
finish. We got to take a look at this a couple, 2-3 times. Take us through this here, Taurus.
Man, let me tell you something. We have seen this Tyler Jones use that spinning back kick on multiple occasions, and he has won because of it. And, man, boom, right there. Ooh, right there in the
Delay,
rib.
yeah.
The delay, that's all it takes, man. It shocks your whole system, and he could not get up for the 10 count. No matter the changes, no matter the shin guards, no matter the elbow pass, Tyler Jones still found a way to overcome adversity, and he is now the Aries Fight Series Muay Thai champ.
So was that rib? Was that a kidney shot? Because those kidney shots, you can get a delayed reaction.
Kidney shots is on the left side,
Okay.
more of underneath the ribs right there,
Okay.
man. We
You also
watch
got
it.
some of those little floating ribs
Yeah,
down
the
there.
little floating ribs
and that
right there.
hurts.
Here you go again.
Let's see here.
Boom!
Yeah, you're right. It was to the right side. Yep. Oh, buckle.
Woo!
Man.
Timber.
What a performance by the prodigy. Tyler Jones, 5-0-1. Taylor Rodrigue falls to 8-4. Let's make this bad boy official. Go to Jeff Hobbs.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee, Caleb Miller, stops this bout at 1 minute and 59 seconds of the second round. Your winner by straight knockout and new super lightweight Aries Muay Thai champion, Tyler Jones!